glass door is so clean and clear that you think it's open and you walk right into it. That's what the past 2 weeks of working on my business has been like. I'll have a solid plan, time blocked out my schedule, and a very optimistic outlook, and then bam, I hit a wall, and then another wall, and then another. Roadblocks are a natural part of doing anything. Learning something new, playing a sport, growing in your faith, and definitely starting a business. This week I've noticed 3 main roadblocks that I think a lot of people face when doing anything, so let's discuss them. Number 1, your skill level. Your abilities don't always line up with the images that you have in your head of what you think you can do or what you're trying to do. Number 2, your knowledge limit. Sometimes you can't move forward because there are things that you don't know how to do, you don't know what to do, and you might not even know that it was something that you needed to know. Number 3, busyness and staying on schedule. Unexpected events pop up every single day. A little shift of the schedule here or there, and the whole thing gets thrown off. So with all of these things in mind, there's one question that we need to focus on. What do I have control over? Okay, starting off, you do have some control over your skill level. Yes, people are gifted and naturally skilled in some areas, and it might seem to be good at something without trying, but to become a pro in any area requires practice, even if you're naturally gifted at art or fill in the blank of your desired business. Even if you aren't naturally gifted at something, if you love to do it, there's so much that you can gain in skill simply from practicing over and over. Don't be discouraged that you aren't as good as you want to be. Instead, let that be motivation to keep trying and learning and practicing, and one day you'll be making things that you are proud of. It's also okay to hire things out. Maybe you feel confident in making whatever product you want to, but maybe you're not good at graphic design. You can hire a graphic designer who specializes in branding to bring your vision to life. I've seen lots of people hire this out on Fiverr, which is a great option, and it doesn't make you any less of a business owner if you do that. You do have full control over your level of knowledge. Okay, you can't snap your fingers and know everything that you need to, but when you come across something that you don't know how to do, you do have access to all the information in the world right at your fingertips. I said this in my last video that research is going to become our best friend, and it's true. Anything you don't know how to do, you can learn. Often you won't need to pay anything to learn it. We have YouTube and Pinterest and people online just giving away information for free. Even though I have a degree and spent my college career learning about both art and business, I would say that a majority of what I have learned has been outside of the classroom. For example, even filming and editing these videos, I literally just YouTubed how to do everything. You have minimal control over your circumstances and your schedule though. Things come up that are more urgent maybe than working on your business all the time, and that's okay. Or maybe you're working another job like I am while you're also working on your business. You did make a commitment to those tasks, so they need to come first before your business at the end of the day. Have integrity with others, it's really important to have. There's never really a right time to start your business. People say the best time to plant a tree or start investing or planning your business was 10 years ago, and the second best time is now. So take those things that come into your schedule and mess it up and make adjustments where you can. Maybe you wanted an evening just to relax and watch a movie, but something came up the night before, so you couldn't work on your business, and now tonight is the only time you can do it. Maybe save the movie for later and get to work if you really want to reach your goals. I'm not advocating for not resting. I think you should have one day a week that you don't do any work. For me, that's Sundays, and in our family, it's a non-negotiable. So if I don't get something done during the week that I should have, that just tells me that I should have managed my time better, and I just have to be okay with where I left it off, because God tells us that we need to rest, and we feel it when we don't. So pick your day off, keep it clear, but all of the times during the week are fair game. Obviously get enough sleep too. You cannot function well on little sleep. So what am I doing with the roadblocks I'm hitting? I'm wildly out of practice with drawing and painting, and the main reason for that is because I don't practice consistently. I personally know that I need accountability to stick to anything, so I want to start creating things every day, even if it's just a tiny little doodle. So I give you permission to call me out if I'm not sharing my creations on my Instagram. I recently commented this on another creator's video that inspired me, but when I sit down to draw something, I often put way too much pressure on myself to create something big and detailed and awesome. Most of the time, you just need to start small and the rest will take care of itself. I know that I don't know what I don't know. What I mean by that is that I recognize that there are a lot of things about starting a business that I still don't know how to do. So this time around, I'm really trying to invest more in researching than I have in the past. When I hit a wall of something that I don't know or don't understand, instead of just plowing through and trying to make it work, I need to pause for a moment, Google it, YouTube it, ask a friend for help maybe. I need to do something to figure it out instead of trying to force my way to work. I'm convinced from what I've heard from other business owners and creators that this is going to save us a lot of headache in the future of our business if we really invest in researching now. For me, this is just about the busiest time I could have possibly chosen to work on starting my business. I literally said to my husband last night, I should have started this a year ago. I feel like now it's just so busy, it's getting really hard. And he said, very kindly,
well, sometimes it's the pressure that makes you try hard.
And he's right. We will truly make time for what is most important to us, even if it's not what we think in our brains is most important, if that makes sense. So if you, like me, feel yourself saying, I don't have time, I know it's cliche, but you just have to make the time, or at least use the time that you have wisely. I can be really good at this, and I can be really bad at this at the same time. Even just this morning, I had a whole schedule for how I was going to get this video done before I have to leave for a wedding at 1:30. Instead, one thing in the schedule got changed, so I basically just threw the whole thing away. Doom scrolled for a while, got back on track, doom scrolled again. I literally said in my last video to remove distractions, and here I am being hypocritical. But I want to be honest because I know that you're going to struggle with this too. Even though it's 12:52 p.m. and I'm only just now filming this, I'm making it work because I said I would, and I want to keep uploading for this series. Now, I believe that there are times to push through and to put in the work because you said you were going to do something within a certain time frame. But I also think there's a time for you to adjust your plans and your expectations of yourself. If you saw my last video, I said that next week's episode, meaning this episode, would be based on branding and product design. Obviously, that is not what we're talking about today, and after realizing how long those things were actually going to take me, I just didn't want to rush it just for the sake of getting a video out and to be on schedule. I want my branding and my products to be well thought out and intentional, not just good enough. So, this video itself is a picture of what it looks like to try to keep your word when it's in your power to, while also pivoting when necessary, because they're just circumstances that you can't control. All of this reminds me of something written in the Bible. Come now, you who say, today or tomorrow we will go into such and such town and spend a year there and trade and make profit. Yet you do not know what tomorrow will bring. What is your life? For you are a mist that appears for a little time and then vanishes. Instead, you ought to say, if the Lord wills, we will live and do this or that. James 4:13. So, if the Lord wills, the next episode will be a full walkthrough of my branding and getting started on product design. I hope you know that you're capable of overcoming these roadblocks. Don't give up when it gets hard because we were made to do hard things to the glory of God. Here's a little sneak peek of the start of my branding process because I have been working on it, just not enough for the full video. I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye.